The Eagles pick up a huge win on Sunday Night Football over the Miami Dolphins in a game that did not go the way that I expected. I expected a run-heavy script to counteract the Dolphins' passing attack, especially against a banged-up secondary, but the Eagles only called 15 running back runs before that final touchdown drive when the Eagles were trying to run clock and salt the game away. And so with such a pass-heavy approach, how did the passing attack fare? Let's go to the tape. The Eagles really made an effort to get Dallas Goedert involved early in this game. This is on the first drive, a 22-yard completion. The Dolphins are in a too-high look. This is going to end up being cover two-man, and the Eagles have a perfect play on to beat it. They're going to run mesh, and really A.J. Brown's job on this is just to impact the coverage of the guy that's on Dallas Goedert. It's a rub route, make him adjust his coverage just a half a step. Don't run into him, don't interfere with him, but just make him adjust this coverage, and it's going to get him wide open. And so we'll see here, A.J. Brown is running at this defender. Notice how instead of continuing flat like you would normally on mesh, he comes up field here. We're trying to impact this guy. We're trying to get separation here. We get it. Easy catch and throw. That's going to be a 22-yard gain. Love Devonta Smith there just blocking out, pulls out the basketball move. We'll see it here from the back view. Good protection. Ball's out quick here. Passing off a stunt up front. And again, I love Devonta Smith just slowing down and blocking out there. You love to see it. Now let's go to another 22-yard completion. This is also going to be on this opening drive. The Dolphins are in quarter, half. We've got a quarters defender, and a half-field safety. And so typically with quarters, this guy is responsible for number one if he goes vertical, and he's going to go vertical on a post route. He is responsible for number two. If number two goes vertical, he's also going to go on a post route. And on the back side of this, the Eagles are just going to run Devonta Smith on a drag, Dallas Goedert on a deep crossing route, an over route. And Goedert is going to be wide open because of the separation created by these post routes. This is a great design here by the offense. We'll watch it play out. Now notice I said this is a half-field safety. Why is he coming to the middle? Well, there's no vertical threat from his half of the field, and these guys are already taken care of, so he can work across. He can keep crossers. He's just looking for work. So that's why it looks a little muddy here. But you see Dallas Goedert opens. He is wide open. Gets down to the 8-yard line. First and goal to go. See it from the back view again here. Linebacker doesn't have any chance to run with Goedert here. He's already behind. Nice little pocket. Nice catch. Perfect throw there from Jalen Hurts. This is one that continues to be frustrating. It's the lack of hots against blitzes at times. And I thought the Eagles did a really good job. The Dolphins wanted to be rotation heavy on defense. Eagles did a good job of getting to the line, using a hard count, getting the defense to tip their hand. And we're going to see that here. And so let's just roll it for this first time. Watch the defense and what they do. Okay, what do we know right now? We know he's probably coming. He's probably coming. So how do we account for this? Well, that would be 5 guys coming. Now, this slot corner is also going to come. And you can get an idea that he's probably coming because look at this safety. If we know he's coming or we suspect he's coming, we've got this safety and man coverage on the slot. If you're playing cover 1, this safety would be rotating out to the middle of the field. But what is he doing? He's walking down. He's capping. This is called capping the corner. Or in this case, it's a linebacker. He's capped. It means this guy's probably coming. We're replacing him in coverage. That makes this a cover 0 situation. Cover 0 against empty, there's going to be a free runner. They're going to leave him as a free runner. And so what should we do? On the backside, we're going to have a slant from Devonta Smith. The problem is it's hard to confirm this guy that you're hot on comes, because if he doesn't come, he's going to drop here. It's hard to look at him, then bounce to the backside and get this off. I would love to see Dallas Goedert either just take a step and turn around, or Dallas Goedert be the one to run this slant route against off coverage from a safety. This should be an easy completion. Now, they're going to have the curl route to A.J. Brown, but it takes too long, and the ball ends up getting tipped. There's not room there. But you can see how there would be room for Dallas Goedert right now. Just turn around. Like, you could have this ball out right now to Goedert. You could have it coming over the middle. There's nothing to stop that, but instead we're trying to run this 10-yard curl route, and a defender's able to get close enough to get a hand on it. So that's something the Eagles have to work on. This has been on tape for a long time. They're starting to get timing routes against these, but just make life easy for yourself. Just throw the little turnaround there. I guess that's Grant Calcaterra, not Dallas Goedert, and maybe that's why they don't do it. But you need those into your offense. That's something the Eagles have to work on. Here's the first turnover from the Eagles. I think Hurts makes a mistake on this one. The Eagles are in a bunch. Now, I've talked about on previous videos how defenses typically respond to bunches, and you typically will box a bunch. And so we've got our first out defender. Think of it as the 4 points of a box, right? This guy has first out, first in, first deep out, or second out, I guess you could say, and second in from the safety here. And so the Eagles have a perfect call on. They're going to send a vertical route that's going to pull both of the deep defenders. And so now we essentially have two receivers against two corners. We're going to get a drag route. This is going to pull our first in defender. And then we're going to have an angle route. This is going to attack this first out defender. He's going to be playing with outside leverage. You can't give up the flat here. This is the same idea from last week when you put Devonta Smith in the backfield and he runs an angle route against a linebacker. You're attacking outside leverage. This is going to break over the middle of the field, and it's going to be open, and Hurts turns it down. Now, there's some pressure we can watch, but right here, outside leverage, we're breaking over the middle. This is going to be open. And as it breaks here, this is hugely open. This isn't just a little open. This is hugely open. And maybe Hurts feels there's pressure here. He can't get this ball off. We'll look at it from the back view, but you could even throw this with a little more anticipation. Like the ball could be out right now. That's a pretty clean pocket. This is a throw you've got to make. And Hurts shuffles out of there, and he's going to end up fumbling the ball. The Dolphins will recover, and it leads to their first points of the game. Now, I think Hurts' ball security is pretty good here. It's a good job swiping at it, but this ball's just got to be out. Like right now, he separates the hands. You got to put this on him. And instead, he's going to come out of the back of the pocket, gets jittery, ball's out, Dolphins recover. Now, this one shows more of what I want to see from the Eagles offense. Look at the safeties here. Notice how these two safeties are not equal. They're not even. If we're playing split field coverage, we're probably both feet on the 40-yard line, but we've got one up, one back. And when I roll this for just a second before the snap, you'll see as Hurts calls for the ball the first time, see the movement here? They start to move. This just confirms what we think we're seeing. And what we think we're seeing is we're going to see a safety rotate deep. He's coming down. And he's coming down as this cornerback is leaning in. Again, we're capping the cornerback. This cornerback's probably coming on a blitz, which means we have Devonta Smith one-on-one with a safety from off coverage. And we're just going to throw this slant route right behind the blitzer. This is great stuff here from the Eagles offense. Easy throw. We get Goedert coming right over the middle to attack the linebacker. So if this is a hole defender, he's going to draw his attention. And it gives us a window here to throw this football and pick up the first down. Ball's a little behind Smith, but Smith makes a good catch, moves the chains. These are the types of things you want to see from the Eagles offense. They didn't take a lot of deep shots in this game, but they were able to make the Dolphins pay for their heavy rotations by taking quick routes over the middle. The Eagles had a new favorite passing concept in this game. I saw them run it a lot of times. It's called Crash. Crash involves a slot receiver. This time it's Dallas Goedert running a corner route, and then you've got an outside receiver running an in route. And that in route is your primary read, and the Eagles hit A.J. Brown on that early and often in this game. So we'll roll it here. See how it drives off the outside coverage, balls out on the in route. Not a big gainer, but a consistent 4 or 5 yards, which is nice, especially when you can always QB sneak on fourth down. A.J. Brown's going to score a touchdown on this one later. I'll talk about it more then, but this was one I hadn't really seen the Eagles use a lot until this game, and it was all over this Dolphins film. This one might have been a touchdown if this ball doesn't get tipped. We've got DeAndre Swift out at the boundary. At the snap, he's going to take a step and then come back, and this is a screen pass. We get A.J. Brown out blocking. We get Dallas Goedert. We're going to get linemen pulling out to block, and you tell me. I think this is a great play call. You're against the blitz. All right, you've got a corner blitzer, and this corner blitzer is going to be able to get a hand on it. But if he doesn't, you telling me that you don't think DeAndre Swift can score on this play? You got 3 blockers. Even if one of your blockers misses, Swift one-on-one with a guy for a 35-yard touchdown. This was a great call. Really good play by the cornerback there to get his hand on it. He probably saves a touchdown on this one. Not to be deterred from their screens, they come right back to this. This is the same drive. This time it's going to be Dallas Goedert on the tunnel screen. He comes back to the ball. A.J. Brown is going to come out and get a block on this cornerback, and then you let the cavalry come in. These pulling linemen, these athletic guys that like to get downfield and make plays, they're going to get out here and lead block this for Dallas Goedert for a touchdown. And so really good blocking. You get Dickerson and Mailata out. Mailata on a safety. Good night. Game over. A little bit of a fail for the spike there from Dallas Goedert. So watch to the end of this one for that. It's really funny. I guess the ball slips out of his hands. I didn't notice that until just now, but gets the touchdown, gets up, boom, ball comes out. Glad that didn't happen during the play. Here we have cover one man. A.J. Brown just going to run a little quick hitch route. And Hurts throws this route with anticipation. He's really good with these routes, with the timing with A.J. Brown. But what I really love is the location. He's going to put this ball on A.J. Brown's outside shoulder, and that throws him into yards after the catch. So watch this. Ball's out here. Corner is on the inside. Hurts throws this ball over here. He doesn't throw it on the inside shoulder. He throws it over here so A.J. Brown can catch it, moving to the sideline. He's throwing him away from the defender. That's a little thing, but that turns a 2-yard gain into a first down with a little help from A.J. Brown breaking tackles. A.J. Brown is so good after the catch. Things like this from Jalen Hurts just magnify that. Really good location here from Jalen Hurts. This one's going to be a really good scramble by Jalen Hurts. It's unfortunate that he misses a ball that could have been a touchdown here, although I don't think it's ever in his progression. We get cover one man. You're going to have Devonta Smith is running a slant route. This is who Hurts opens up to. Devonta Smith's going to get decleated on this one by the safety. This is the guy we're looking at, though, on this little fade route. Could have been a touchdown if Hurts sees it. I don't think it's in his progression, so don't screenshot this one and say, oh, Hurts missed this guy. It'd be nice if he saw it, but I just don't think he does. So you see he opens up right to Devonta Smith. He's ready to separate and throw this here. He trusts Devonta Smith to win over the middle, and Devonta Smith just gets blasted. Now, would this be a touchdown? Absolutely. Pressure's in your lap now. You go into survival mode. That first read, your quick answer against this pressure wasn't there. Don't blame Hurts for missing this one. Really good scramble on third down here. 3rd and 5. For most quarterbacks, this is going to be a punt on 4th down because, your receiver, your quick read against the pressure wasn't open. For Jalen Hurts, you move the chains anyways. Great pocket movement, keeping the eyes up, able to go get the first down. It is halftime here on the channel. If you are enjoying this video, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my breakdowns like this. You'll also find on there the podcasts that I do weekly, Birds of the Round Table, a roundtable podcast with several other Philly sports creators. You'll see Chalk Talk, my weekly whole NFL podcast, and of course my All-22 videos each and every week. Be sure you smash that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. And now let's get back to the video. There's 2 things I want you to see on this play. One of them is just a really bad rep by Sua Opeta that almost leads to an interception. The second one is an incredible play by Devonta Smith. And so let's just watch it here. Sua Opeta gets beat. Hurts is hit as he throws. Devonta Smith not only breaks up what would be an interception, but he ends up coming away with the catch. So watch Opeta here. Opeta had a really rough night. This is one of his worst reps. The sack at the end of the half is probably on him. A lot of run game things on him I'm not going to show in this video. But he just gets beat. So this is a play action out of the pistol, which means you have to turn your back to the defense. Now, a lot of quarterbacks don't like doing this. If this is out of the shotgun, you can have eyes on this happening. Watch, Hurts is turning around, and boom, Opeta's guy is already in his lap. So he's got to try to get this ball out. He's just going to throw it to Devonta Smith. He gets hit as he throws, but watch this. Smith breaks it up. It bounces off his helmet, and he ends up catching it. Now, it's not many yards. It's huge that he breaks it up so it's not an interception, but the concentration to come down with that catch is truly impressive, so I wanted to highlight it here. 4th and 4 here. The Eagles are going to go for it. First down marker is at the 30-yard line. Now, the Eagles are going to go back to this crash concept. We've got the corner route from Goddard. We've got the in route at the sticks from A.J. Brown. Now, this turns into a big scramble play. You watch this and tell me what you think. I think there's a window here to hit A.J. Brown. Like I said, fourth down, boom, ball's out right now, right here. Is this going to get broken up? Like, he's going to get collisioned at the catch point from the linebacker, sure. I trust A.J. Brown to make this catch. I think the ball should be out here. If you don't feel that way, that's fine. Hurts obviously doesn't feel that way, and he's going to turn this into a big play. But on fourth down, I don't know. I'd rather just make that throw. It turns into a big play. I think it should have been a touchdown for A.J. Brown, but I would like to see Hurts pull the trigger on this one. But at the end of the day, you trust the guy, and he's able to go make a second play when he doesn't like the look of the first play. Shout out to A.J. Brown for recognizing the scramble drill, getting downfield. If Hurts puts that in front of him, it's a touchdown. I think maybe it was anyways, but you're not going to complain about a gain down to the 1 yard line on 4th and 4. In the shadow of your own end zone is a scary place to be, especially against a team like the Dolphins that have been bringing pressure. This safety is flying downhill before the snap. We think pressure might be coming. Love this. Just a little quick hitch route to A.J. Brown. Thrown with timing and anticipation, it buys you some space, some room. Doing this from your feet in your own end zone, this is impressive stuff from Hurts here. So watch here. We fake the snap. We get the guy running downhill. Now we know ball needs to come out fast. Even though this guy doesn't end up blitzing, there's the threat of it. He's either blitzing, this might be cover 3, and he's in the flat. Either way, snap the ball, hit our drop, boom, ball's out. Now look at the timing on this. Hurts starts to throw right here. As Brown is taking this step to stop and come back, the defender has no chance on this. Right there, easy catch. And A.J. Brown fighting for yardage almost gets to the marker. Regardless of whether he gets it, that's a great play to get out of your own end zone. Here it is from the back view. Watch, the footwork is really nice. 1, 2, 3, boom. Ball's out. Good stuff there from Hurts and Brown. And now we get to another play that this one could have been a disaster, and this is Opeta again. I talked about him struggling. This is the sack he's credited with. He just blows the assignment here, and Hurts is going to make the guy miss. It turns into a 1 yard sack instead of a 10-yard sack. We get the play action. Guy coming from the second level. Most quarterbacks, this is what, a 5-6 yard loss. You're getting to 2nd and 16. Hurts makes the guy miss, is able to get up near the line before he slides down. And so, great job by Hurts turning what should have been a really negative play into a, I guess you would say, a minor negative play. But right here, when you've got two guys coming, like, Opeta has to recognize this. He has to recognize he needs to pass this guy off to Lane and get the inside man. That's his responsibility. He's really slow to react. Maybe he recognizes it and he's just slow to get over. Lane can take that guy without your help. Could have cost the Eagles big. It does cost them on other plays. Here is the pick 6 play. Let's talk about what went wrong. The Eagles are running a triple option here. Option 1 is the running back. On the give, we're reading this defensive end. Option 2 is Hurts pulling the ball and running with it. And we're reading out the edge here. Option 3, if he dives down, is Dallas Goedert out into the flat. So it's similar to what the Eagles did last week with the little triple option pass to Boston Scott, except instead of having a second person here, you've got him out here. The problem is both of these guys are coming. They're both blitzing. And so we'll see the problems that cause. You have to pull the ball, right? We're reading this guy. We've got to pull the ball. Now we're moving to reading this guy. Well, this guy is right in your face. We got to have an answer here. We've got to have something. There is nothing. Hurts tries to throw the ball out, which, by the way, is also pretty covered. But, I mean, you can probably complete it for, like, no gain. The ball's going to get deflected. Interception. Pick 6. Now, if we watch from the back view, there's just not much you can do here. Like, in an ideal world, you can pump fake to get the guy in the air, and then you can get the ball out around him. You see Jordan Love do that in a game earlier this week. So you watch the defender number 0 here coming off the edge, and Jordan Love is going to pump fake. Boom, gets him up in the air and then throws it around him. The difference is, by the way, that's a crazy end to a play. The difference is 0 isn't charging in hard like in the Hurts play, so he has time to react and to respond here. Jalen Hurts isn't really afforded that on this play. You can just see there's no time here, and so Probably need something different if you're seeing these two guys coming off the edge. It's just not going to work. Bad break, bad bounce, turns into 6 for the defense. Another example on this one of Hurts making something out of nothing. The pocket's going to be collapsing. Opeta gets beat inside. Lane gets beat on the outside. Hurts has to tuck this and run. Just able to get up through the pocket, and he's going to pick up a first down. Better part is he even slides and there's no contact. So a free first down with no contact off of a play that should have been dead because your quarterback is an elite athlete. Love to see this. The offense is so hard to stop anyways, but then when Hurts can just do this when a play doesn't work, that's special stuff from the Eagles offense. Here we get a sort of 3 levels concept to the bottom of the screen. You're going to have A.J. Brown running like a deep over. It's not really a post, more like a deep over route. You got Devonta Smith running like a pivot route, except it's really deep. He starts to come in and then breaks out to the sideline, and then you've got the running back releasing to the flat. Really good job here by Hurts of buying time, waiting on this to come open from Smith, and Smith gets wide open. And so we see the snap here, the play fake, stepping up in the pocket, moving both hands on the ball, separates, and delivers a strike to Devonta Smith. Really good pocket movement on this one from Hurts. He can't stay on his spot. And you know on a play that you're trying to throw downfield like this, you probably can't sit on your spot the whole time. So since it feels that pressure, sees the lane to move up here, and he's going to move up into the pocket. Shuffles, delivers the ball on the run. He's parallel to Devonta Smith there. He's not able to get his body around his hips into it, but he's able to flip that out for a first down. Great play there by Hurts. This one is an RPO where I think Hurts makes the wrong read. We've got the option to hand the ball to the running back. This side of the line is run blocking. You're going to see Kelsey pulling. On the backside, we're pass blocking, and we've got the option to throw the quick slant to A.J. Brown. This is the guy that we're keying. If he takes a step forward, then we're going to throw this slant route to A.J. Brown. If he stays back in the passing lane, we hand the ball off. Whatever he does, we're going to make him wrong. Except we kind of make him right. As you watch this play out, you tell me if you think he bites down. We can see it good from the back view too. I don't think he does. I think you hand this one off to the running back. We can watch from the back view. It's number 55 here. Watch where he's at the snap, right? Toes right here on the solid line. He maybe puts one step forward. He doesn't really commit into this hole here. I think you probably hand this off and let Swift try to cut it upfield. Instead, Hurts is going to try to cram it in, and because he's in this window, you got to throw it behind A.J. Brown. This pass is behind. You can't throw it in front. There's a defender there. A.J. Brown's unable to bring it in. So I think Hurts just misses the read on this one. I'll watch it one more time from the back. I think this is probably a give situation, and Hurts pulls it instead. Watch it one more time here, full speed. Give that. Ball's got to be behind. Incomplete pass. Now down in the red zone, we go back to crash. Again, crash. We've got the inside receiver on a corner. The outside receiver, it's A.J. Brown on like a 5-yard in route. Maybe on this last play, Hurts wanted A.J. Brown to sit down more instead of continuing his route into the linebacker. You see that a little bit here. He sort of throttles down and just stops. You see that little hesitation? Watch it again here. Watch as A.J. Brown starts to break at the 10-yard line. He sort of settles down, and Hurts is going to put it on him, and then he, right there, boom, stops, ball's on him, slips between two guys, breaking tackles for a touchdown. So maybe that's what Hurts wanted on the last one. I'm not sure exactly. I still think last time is a give, but this is a strike there from Hurts and a great run after the catch by A.J. Brown. This one's just a miss. We're going to get motion across the formation by Olamide Zaccheaus. He's followed by a cornerback. And so what that tells us, this is likely man coverage. It doesn't have to be, but it's likely man coverage. And if it is, you've got A.J. Brown playing against off coverage, and they're going to get the play action bootleg. A.J. Brown running a crossing route, again, against that off outside leverage. This is going to be open, and it is open. And there's pressure in his face, yes. He's got to make this throw off platform, yes. This is the lot you choose when you're going to run, play action bootlegs like this. And maybe this is why the Eagles don't run them a lot, but you're turning around, a guy bearing down on you. You've got this window, a huge window to put this ball on A.J. Brown. And Jalen Hurts tries to make the throw on the move, and it's just behind, off A.J. Brown's hands for an incompletion. This could have moved the sticks. It's really important on this last drive to just continue gaining yardage, running the clock. And here Hurts misses what's not a layup. That's a tough throw. It's a throw Hurts is capable of making, and he often will make. But he comes right back, and you get this not touchdown, but game ender essentially to A.J. Brown. They're going to run like a little stutter. He gets right down here, and he's going to stutter his feet. It's not really a full like double move. It's not like an out and up or something like that, or a sluggo. He doesn't actually make a cut, but he stutters his feet, and as soon as this corner takes this step forward, you know you've got this. And so let's run it here. Let you see what I'm talking about. We snap the ball right here. See as he starts to stutter right now, it's over. This rep is over. There's no chance. We'll run it one more time here, full speed, and let you see. That step forward, boom, this ball's over. This game's over. Puts the ball out there. Really, really, really good job by A.J. Brown of stacking the corner on his back hip. And this is a great job by Hurts. Hurts has to put this ball on the money. I don't know what Kenny Gainwell is doing here. Like, block this guy. What are you doing? Hurts is going to take a shot on this one when there's no reason for him to. If Kenny Gainwell just handles his responsibility. Staring down the barrel, taking the hit, can't get all the way into it. Fantastic catch by A.J. Brown. Let's watch it from the front view one more time. Watch what he does here. He's going to get to the inside, right? We stutter, we beat him inside. Now, you can't just keep running to the inside. There's a safety coming. And so A.J. Brown is going to widen this back out towards the sideline. He's got this guy stacked. He's going to push him to the sideline here to create room to come back inside and make that catch. Fantastic job by A.J. Brown. And there you have it. A pretty outstanding performance by Hurts in the offense, I think. There were some issues up front. Hurts was pressured on 44% of his dropbacks, but under pressure, he was 8 of 11 passing for 132 yards with an 88.9% adjusted completion percentage. He had 6 passing first downs, and he picked up 2 key scrambling first downs. I thought it was a fantastic performance by Jalen Hurts. As soon as some of these turnovers go away, that I think is a lot of white noise, to be honest, this offense will be every bit as good as it was last season.